Frequency Podcast.
Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy DJ Daffy, alongside my brother DJ Itanis, Big Slim in the building. Welcome to Island Frequency Podcast, and today we got a special guest, MIKHAIL Robertson. Big up yourself, big up yourself. But first and foremost, you don't know how we start off the show. The weekend recap.
Yeah.
How's everybody weekend?
I don't remember too much of nothing.
Fayetteville is dead.
Absolutely.
Fayetteville was dead this weekend?
Fayetteville been dead.
Is dead.
That's tough. I was in New York, wilding.
I'm
Tell us about that. How was that trip?
Nah, the trip was bad. Big up my brother DJ C Live because he had booked me for his birthday party. It was the Asian
one?
I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of people that stepped out. I'm talking about some of them was in the crossplay anime outfits. I seen a few of them.
Right.
Me, I had my look of regular kung fu,
You
looking
know,
like
I thought about a party like that.
yeah, it was.
Anime
He had
thing.
a whole hibachi chef.
And call it Shanghai Nights or something.
Yeah, it was
Sound like a time was had.
and it
Or
was
Tokyo something.
Tokyo
yeah?
Drift.
here.
Something down the line.
But yeah, it was definitely a vibe. I enjoyed myself. Definitely was drunk. Nah, like,
As
definitely was
usual.
drunk. But it's been a while because you know the party scene is different in New York than it's down here. So it's like it was a breath of fresh air hearing certain songs and
Get
certain
back.
play styles, I should say.
Get back.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely enjoyed myself. And then I had to DJ a baby shower brunch, which typical Caribbean thing. 'cause it's very-
Wild.
Nah, but it was the place was actually nice. The location, however, bro, it's like from Yeso to maybe
Like he was deep in the Bronx.
no, it was in Brooklyn, but it was in the pier. It was off the pier, but where I stayed at.
Okay.
Now the
Canarsie
park,
Pier?
no, it's not Canarsie Pier.
Okay.
It's you can look up and see Twin Towers. The city's just literally on the
Okay.
I just can't remember. I can't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
of the top
yeah.
one.
I know what you're talking about, but
That's
Can't
I
remember right
think
now.
that's like the Jewish area
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I'm talking about. The roads were still brick,
yeah, man, I know what you're talking about.
bro. It took me 3 hours to get there with maybe an 8 mile from where I was at. It was 8 miles, but it took me 3 hours to
That's
get there.
crazy.
That's crazy.
And it was because the marathon races was going on.
Oh.
Didn't
They
remember.
blocked the
Didn't
road.
what?
That's typical for New York, though. Typical for New York. But since you just came back from New York, I want your perspective. Like, what do you think? What would you say is the biggest difference between a New York and a Fayetteville?
Traffic.
Oh,
I
God.
don't even gotta go over person that traffic alone. That alone, that right there, so make you
It's
want.
two worlds apart, man.
I always tell
Yeah.
people that, man.
It's worlds
Traffic.
apart.
I've never lived anywhere in America where I can just drive straight. I'm not talking about stoplights, like that's
Yeah, that's
given,
normal. But like,
you know, but
take
New
one
York
road and be.
is bumper to bumper.
Slim,
Like,
where did I say
that's
I
why
live?
even since I moved here, right,
Wisconsin.
I've
The
had
middle of
actually,
Wisconsin.
It's driving an hour for like to go to work. It's too far.
Too far.
In my
Yeah.
view,
Seattle
that's a
have
piece of
traffic
cake
too.
because you go live in
Well, I lived in
Queens,
Fenway.
and you got to go to Manhattan, and that trip takes you about an hour and a half. By the time you get to Manhattan, find parking, the one of the yellow taxis,
Yeah.
and the
You
Uber,
probably
everything.
want to go home at that point.
Same thing, you know. So coming from that to this was like a big shift for me. But
The quietness
Hmm.
I had to get used to when I moved from New York down here.
yeah,
Cause I'm so used to typical police sirens or construction working or whatever.
yeah.
When I moved down here, the first
You must not
3,
live
4
close to
months.
Bragg Boulevard.
Huh?
You must not live close to
No,
Bragg
I don't.
Boulevard.
I live.
That's
I
still
live
incomparable, though.
it
That's
don't.
still incomparable.
That silence, that the loudness when you going to sleep, especially if you lived in Brooklyn or Queens, that's
I've
nothing
never
with
been to New
somebody.
York.
She talking about them bangs that you hear from the military.
Yeah,
that's a joke, man.
Oh no,
That's a
I'm
joke
not worried
compared to.
about mortars. That I go to sleep to those.
No. I'm
I'm
talking about.
jugs.
I'm talking about 3 o'clock in the morning, crackheads arguing, or you have 6 or 7 Honda Civics
Honking.
flying or honking, or you probably got a Caribbean with bass box in his little punch buggy booming. You hear all that within half an hour. By the way,
Yeah.
you ain't hear it. Ain't like throughout the day. That's
Yeah.
half an hour.
Yeah.
Not forget the buses that got bad engines and you been when you walking trying to sleep. It's a whole different environment.
Whole different environment, man. One that I wouldn't live in today at this stage of my life.
Yeah. As you get older, you don't want to deal with that now.
Yeah.
It's for the younger folks.
Well, yeah.
What did you do this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find something to do in Fayetteville. Fayetteville is on life support. It was dead.
Dead.
Nothing was going on, bro.
I hit so many different spots. Nothing.
If you like to eat,
No,
you'll catch a vibe in Fayetteville.
Not food.
There's
I
no,
don't
there's
want
no
any
food
food.
here. Where you go to eat at?
No, I'm just saying, like, that's the vibe that's here. Like, every Friday, people are so bent on, oh, I got to go to Kickback Jacks. I got to go here. Like, that's how they catch their vibe. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that I've been
Yeah.
hearing Kickback Jacks a
Kickback
lot,
Jacks,
especially
bro.
when it comes to the females. They love going over there for some reason.
Kickback Jack is just a sports bar
That's it.
with one whole
And they
bunch
got
of
good
TVs.
drinks on the
And
TV
that
on
other
the wall.
spot,
Island Flavor?
no, that's our next. That's our
Hooters?
next. Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks,
Twin
yeah,
that's the
is
next
here.
one.
I haven't
Yeah.
gone in there.
That's the next
Sorry.
one.
Their food
Eh.
is meh.
Man.
I will say I had a good time this weekend. So one of my friends had a party this weekend, and she threw like a gala adult type vibe for her 40th birthday. So we all had to put on like good clothes, and it was a good time. No drama for the first time in
Nice.
who knows how long. But it was at the
Nice.
View. That's a nice little event space. So,
Yeah, that's off
it's
of
of Riley.
Riley Road, right?
Riley Road.
Right by
Yeah.
the Fort Riley Road gate. But it was a nice time, right? It's actually right next to Jumpers, which
That's good.
and Jumpers was pretty lit on a
You
Sunday.
know, I've never been to Jumpers.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
It's a
haven't
little
gone
hole
there.
in the wall, but they was jumping on Sunday.
Jumping.
Jumping.
there, and I want to try to check out the spot you're talking
Group
about.
therapy.
Yeah, I want to check out there.
We was just talking
Yeah.
about that.
We have something pending for group therapy.
Man.
Everybody
tuned.
sees group therapy and
Stay
they think
tuned.
group therapy, but you go inside, it's
a
a
vibe.
dope vibe. Because when you walk in, it's outside. You got the big screens
Yeah,
out
they have
there.
a
When
whole
you walk
TV.
in, you got the beer wall. You got the attractions, kind of like Dave and Buster's, but not Dave and Buster's. It's for adults, but they let the kids come in the daytime. But it's a vibe too.
I gotta check that out.
You
Yeah.
do, and it's free to get in.
It's
so.
coming. Look out.
yeah, I
It's
got
coming.
you. I got you. I got
It's
you.
coming.
All right, so we're gonna get into what is it? The meat and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
So we got our special guest, MIKHAIL Robertson, speaker, content creator, author. Not a father, not a kid yet.
Yeah, man.
Obviously,
You
yeah. I
You
think-
just said,
yeah, right. My fault.
pay attention.
my bad. Yeah, a father, and I'm saying the artist. And I'm saying,
How many children you have?
6.
not one yet, you know. Nah,
You have one yet? You want this man?
What? Listen, it's all right. Me all right. My pockets them still can't pay a bill.
You need some porridge. You need some porridge.
Wait, time out.
Yo, you know what? We can't have that one name. Nah. Can't have that one name.
You got it, bro.
All right, so yeah. So tell us about yourself, bro. What's it's a good word. How was your weekend? What you got going on?
My weekend, to say the least, was pretty chilled, relaxed. On the weekends, I like to just like unwind and use that time to more so bond, with family, my kids, and just to put things into perspective, because during the week, especially with my with my kind of job, I work at the bank, by the way. I'm a bank manager. It's probably mine. Yes, man.
Okay.
It's a spam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a bank manager at Truist, and you know how that goes. Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, busting and chopping, trying to get clients taken care of, and it doesn't give you a chance to kind of like just settle and get your thoughts together.
It's
So you're
overwhelming.
You're trying to balance so much. You're balancing managing your work, managing the work of your employees, making sure things are done, risk management. It's just so much that goes into it. Not to mention your kids and things of that nature.
Work-life balance.
Yeah, work-life balance. So I try to strike that work-life balance. During the school year, it's a bit more tedious to attain, to say the least, simply because when you come home, homework, get the kids ready for tomorrow. By the time you're done do all of that,
Tired.
you know what I mean? Yeah, back to the same thing tomorrow. So the weekends, I prioritize my weekends. That's when I don't put a whole bunch of things to get done on my weekends. It's just my time to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah,
that's how I work my weekends.
That's good.
But Embassy is my artist name.
Okay, Embassy.
Let's mention that,
Okay.
So I do
Embassy.
music too. We'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah.
But I'm an extrovert individual. I like to socialize. Like to interact with people. Like traveling. That's one of my biggest things. I love to travel.
Where's
Love
some
to
of the
travel.
places you traveled to?
Man, I've been to quite a few places. I've been to Australia, and when I went there, I went all over Australia. I went here
Nice.
as a teen because I used to step. I was a part of a step team called Nubian Gens. So we traveled all around the States. And I was selected 2 years in a row to go to Australia on like ministry type work. It was like a Christian step team. I've been to Barbados, Jamaica, obviously, Trinidad, Suriname, Brazil. Dubai.
That's a place that my dad is
Dubai?
fiending to go to Dubai.
I
I just don't have that.
Beautiful.
I will never go back.
It's beautiful.
I heard.
Man. I don't know where she went. I don't know who she went with. I don't know who was her driver.
He said I'll never go back.
But
That's too many
Dubai
rules.
was it for me, man.
It was
Oh, it was
a
the
place,
rules?
but it's too many rules.
I heard now,
The rules, some of the rules,
based
might be relaxed
off of
now.
what I was told,
Well, this was years ago. This is when I was deployed.
Dubai, they say Dubai is soulless.
Is
Which soulless.
Soulless.
They like it doesn't have like,
soul.
and I've never been, so I can't. I'm only going off what I heard. That it's beautiful, it's amazing, but it's something missing.
I could understand that perspective because, as she rightfully stated, there's a lot of measures in place to combat a lot of what we see happening here. You know,
Stuff that we normalize.
Yes, stuff that we normalize. It's not normal there. Like it's a charge, like the simplest thing.
It's
It's a charge there. Whereas here, you have so many options. You get caught the first time, you may get a ticket. They're like strict rules, and they're actually reinforced. So that in itself dims your natural aura or what individuals will do, because there's always that second thought about, man, I know this is the rule. Maybe I can get away with it, but if I get caught, what?
You're done.
So things like that,
Take
like
action.
I wouldn't take a risk to, for example, smoke, knowing that there's a strict rule that forbids smoking in the country. But one of the good things I took away from Dubai, it proved to me that if a government or a people, country, whatever, wants to implement something, they have the power to do so. They just have to make their laws coincide with what they're trying to implement. That's all. That's all they're doing different. They don't have nobody with no guns up, behind nobody forcing them to do anything. But people just know that you mess up, these are the consequences, irrespective of who you are. And I think that proves a lot. That proves a lot. So yeah, it's kind of dull there, but I enjoyed it because of why I went. I went for the view, to learn about the culture, to see how other people live, and to erase excuses that we make for why we can't or cannot do something.
And the crazy part is, I always tell people to travel, because I've traveled to a few countries. I went, of course, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Canada, and Germany. I went to a few places, but that's for soccer and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
What I took from traveling is your mind becomes more open to a lot of situations that happen outside of your country or outside of your culture.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When I went to Argentina for soccer, I met this kid from Peru who was trying out for the Boca Junior team. And it was a translator. He said to me, yo, he has to make the team. If he don't make it, he has to go back to Peru. And he's poor. So this is his way to feed his family.
To get out, yeah.
You're not seeing that in America. You'll see a program where you got parents just having whole conversations. It's casual. This is like a recreational thing for most of the kids in America, versus this is a life-changing opportunity outside. So it changed your perspective on how you see the world once you start to travel. You realize how much we take for granted when you go out and see. Now, it was one thing, us Caribbeans, we naturally see that because of where we come from, most of the third war, you know what I'm saying? But to see other countries, other cultures, other races go through similar things, it's humbling in a way. Like, okay, you're not alone, or your peoples are not alone going through this. There's other people going through this too. So your mindset kind of like, me coming back, it changed, it kind of rewired my mindset. Like, listen, even though he's Latino, his family probably going the same thing my family going through in Jamaica. Exactly. So it don't give the man some grace if he's going through a time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
that's a good point you made. And just to piggyback off that, that's why I don't debate with people who only express or exerts theoretical knowledge about something. You have some people who will run you down and debate with you about you, and they never traveled, they never been there. They never
even left their town, let alone their state.
For me, I'm a practical learner. I have to see, I have to experience, I have to be a part of to actually, before I become too vocal about anything.
Yeah.
I like to experience it. That's just my way to reassure myself that I'm speaking from a perspective of, unbiased.
Yeah, agreed.
And also, you said something just now, man. It's not a brain freeze, but you said something just now that I wanted to add to pertaining to traveling. But anyways, we'll get back to that. Continue.
Oh yeah, so okay.
So being as you're an artist and you went to so many countries, I know the first thing I want to know, is there a reggae scene or is there a Caribbean scene here? You understand? And I would take it that you do what, reggae or dancehall
music, yeah.
So when you went like to Australia, did you see anything Jamaican down there or any sort of dancehall or reggae scene down there, even though you didn't went on that type of mission?
To be honest, and that's what I was about to say, I didn't go on that type of mission, and the fact that I went as part of a Christian step team, and I was in my teens.
You didn't get that.
I was kind of limited to what I was exposed to. So it's all gonna be gospel music and this and
I got you.
but now I'm gonna never hear Papa San, but we have to do the music in general,
Yeah.
But at that time, I can't give an account. I honestly
Yeah,
can't.
I understand completely.
pertaining
If
to
you went
that.
there when you were a teen, I would tell that
But
makes
generally, across my travels, Jamaica is a dominant culture all over.
Makes
And there's a lot of external cultures or other cultures that try to emulate what the Jamaican culture does.
Right.
And that's why we have a saying that says, we're little, but we're
Talawa.
talawa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a real, that's real.
That's
What
a
that
real
mean?
statement.
Little, but you're talawa, meaning
You
like,
have a big impact on the world.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you think about it, you're Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica is not the only country.
You Jamaican?
No, I'm not.
Are you
Trinidadian.
Jamaican?
And she's proudly saying that too.
I am Trinidadian, thanks.
That's it.
It's funny because if you can remember one time they used to make fun of Jamaicans.
It's true.
They used to make fun of Jamaicans,
Banana boat.
Haitians,
You
all
know, the
the
banana boat, you talk too thick, the accent too thick.
the dreads.
Now everybody wants-
Automatically you correlate to Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Well, once you got to the 2000s, now it's your cartel.
Yeah.
Now your cartel now.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all
listen,
something, man.
man.
I could count on I can't even count on my hands how many females are attracted to Jamaican. Just the ones I've interacted with, not to mention what you probably experienced, what you probably
Well,
experienced.
it's a natural thing, man. It's the aura.
It's a natural thing, it is. But it
That's
just
why I
goes to
call it
show,
that.
it just goes back
That's
to my
it.
point. Like we're small but so impactful.
Yup.
The music. I've been to other countries and I see DJs DJing from that country, but they're trying to emulate the Jamaican type of
Yeah,
DJ.
they always-
How they mix, how they transition, their accent when they're speaking on the microphone. It's just so many different aspects that they try to emulate. And sometimes I ask myself, like, what is it about Jamaica? Why is there no other culture except Trini? That can compare to Jamaica,
I feel like it's because Jamaica is so well known and so broad. Everybody, again, and this is coming to not as like in the DJ world or anything like that, but Jamaica's always in your face. It's in your face, in your face. We know about Trinidad, but no one really talks about Trinidad like that. Now everybody wants to be from Trinidad, but Jamaica has always been in our face, front line.
Yeah.
So
From sports to
Bob Marley,
music
yeah,
to
food,
food.
cuisine.
Architecture.
now you have the
Just
beats
so you
about
know.
who make the best curry, and
Mhm.
we ain't gonna get on that.
And is
though.
it curry chicken or chicken
Chicken
curry?
curry.
It's
All that
curry
will depend.
chicken.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
You can't chicken the curry.
You
But
can't
you
curry
curry
the
the
chicken. Which is so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now let's get into the book. That's what I really want to get into before we really dive into the music. Really, I want to get into the book. Diamond Dug from Dust. Is that it? Diamond Dug from Dust.
Plug your book right now. You? Yeah. Go ahead and...
See there?
Yes. Talk. Yeah.
Tell us about your book now, bro.
So my book pretty much encapsulates my journey and my struggle with childhood trauma. It speaks to identity. It speaks to evolution. How I navigated some of those experiences. What was my thought process during, prior, and after the fact. And how I grew from that. So it's a small book, but
it can be impactful.
It's definitely life changing because there's a lot of people who are going through similar, if not worse, situations, and they just don't have an avenue to express. Like this was one of my ways to express myself. Take it from here or here and put it on paper. So it leaves here, so I can get that peace and clarity that I need to thrive, futuristically or going forward. So that's what this book is about. I had a rough childhood. I'm not gonna say the worst childhood, simply because there's always someone who has far worse experiences. There's people who hungry and this. Mine wasn't, to that extent, like to a hunger extent or anything like that. But more so, the impact of not knowing how to express your emotions, not being taught how to express your emotion, but having those emotions and just channeling them in the wrong direction, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, you bottle them up and you channel them out in the wrong ways, whether it be in the form of anger or just disobedience or resentment, whatever it is. Everyone channels it different, and I think what our culture lacks, when I say our culture, the Jamaican culture, is they don't teach you about emotional intelligence and how to navigate emotions. It's just, you're a man, you don't cry, you don't do this. You're a girl, you're supposed to do this, and that's not the way to raise kids. So in this book, I kind of address some of those, those nuances that I would have encountered growing up. And
so help me to get a better understanding about your upbringing. Were you brought up in Jamaica or in the States?
So I was born in Florida,
okay,
but I grew up in Jamaica, circumstantially so.
Where in Jamaica?
Clarendon, Racecourse.
Racecourse, all right. Tough area.
Tough place,
yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And you said that because of circumstances had you going back to Jamaica, as most people would do. So, as I said, help me to understand when you say you had all of these bottled up emotions and you didn't know how to channel it. Were you with both parents or just your father or mother?
Okay, so the reason why I said circumstantially so is because my father, he was incarcerated for 15 years. And he went in, which you'll find out in this book, he went in when I was 8 months and came out when I was 15.
Okay.
So pretty much my entire childhood
was gone.
All of those years that you would need that,
the formative
that
years,
male, the primary years where you need that male role model, he wasn't there. I've had to visit him in jail a few times.
Okay.
Well, prison. This was beyond jail.
Right.
Prison at 2D attack.
Yeah.
So I had to visit him, in prison a couple times, and I didn't see my father in society until I was about 21. Like,
Ooh.
So your whole, pretty much your whole
my
life.
whole life, yeah.
So you were with your mom all along?
No. So my mom was one of the immigrants who came over here seeking a better life.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, she didn't get her documents sorted out in a timely fashion.
Yes.
To facilitate a progressive future going forward, It took her some time, but she eventually got it. But that's way after the fact, after the struggles, after everything. But I ended up growing up with my grandparents, and it was sort of like a back and forth because what happened was I would, for example, go to Jamaica and do basic school. And we come back up and do first grade. And I go back down, I might do second and third grade. And we come back up and do fifth. And it was like a back and forth because I had some disciplinary issues, in school. And, the first thing they try to run to is special ed. My mother said, when I now put my pin in no special ed. So anytime they mention that, y'all go back to Jamaica because, Jamaica, they used to beat. They stop it now. But they used to beat in schools.
Yeah, corporal punishment.
Yeah,
like, one lash.
Yeah. I think they recently stopped doing that. I'm like, that's one of the
recently?
because a lot of parents would come and instead of trying to have that parent-teacher relationship or that dynamic to figure out, okay, what can we jointly do to
make better,
ensure that this child, continues in a progressive direction or whatever the case is. parents started to retaliate. You know, you got young parents,
Yeah.
kids having
I've seen
kids,
it. I've
things
seen
like
it.
that.
I've
So
seen it. So
I think they
I understand.
eliminated that from schools. But when I was growing up, that was a thing.
Yeah, corporal punishment was a thing. Even
It was a thing,
when
yeah.
I went to school, yeah.
Not to
Cause
say that
you know,
every teacher who
Did it.
gave those beatings were justified in doing so. Because if you got teachers who don't like a particular child for whatever reason, they might
Yeah, just-
hit them a little harder than they would. So it was like you know, yeah. It was just one of those things. But back to my point, I ended up growing with my grandparents, and one of there's good and bad to that, because when you grow with grandparents, you get a lot of old sayings and old teachings and insights about things that a younger person may not be privy to.
You forced to grow up.
Eh?
You was kind of forced to get
forced to
over.
grow up.
Yeah,
Force right. That's what they call it, right?
Yeah.
force right. Yeah.
So those things are inculcated in you from a very tender age. Just typical sayings.
Mhm.
You know,
There's a few.
but there's also a negative side that emanates from growing up with your grandparents as well. They're old school, so 9 out of 10 times they're closed-minded, stuck in their ways, and
Yes.
they have a routine way
of
of
doing
how
it.
they do things, whether it be how they discipline. You know, the things they say, it can be hurtful. Like, I mean, y'all grew up in Jamaican culture, so I'm sure y'all heard
Oh,
some
boy.
things that
I know.
Some wood will get dropped.
some
if
things
finished.
that I would never say to my child, and that's an intentional thing, and that's because I've evolved and I understand that these small little things that you plant right now, these seeds that
it's
you
going
plant,
to
it's
leave a
gonna
mark
eventually,
later.
you know, evolve into low self-esteem or how they, you know, their
Aggressiveness.
aggressiveness, just how they express themselves. Period.
Trigger
Period.
responses.
You know, it
Even
can
if they don't
Yeah.
express themselves.
even into relationships. You know,
Right.
it seeps in along the way, and sometimes you don't even know that this is where it all started, because you just pick up the pieces and think, oh, I'm just an angry person, or oh, I just have a temper problem. No, it started somewhere.
Okay.
It's something you experienced repeatedly, and over time, it, you know, grew into that or evolved into that. So
I feel like with this book. Now, my question is: this book, is it catered to only Caribbeans or catered to people who just experience trauma?
this is catered to anyone who experienced
Experience
trauma.
trauma. Okay.
The only
Yeah.
Caribbean touch you see to it is the flag, and that's because I'm
Of
of that
course.
descent.
Yeah.
You know, and
Okay,
I just
yeah,
wanted to kind of, how would you say it now?
But it's relatable to everyone.
To anyone going
Okay,
through trauma.
okay.
Yeah.
How-
I just want to make sure that I was attached to it,
Yeah,
you know,
connect.
on a personal
Yeah,
level.
yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
connected.
That makes sense.
So, how long did it take you to make the book?
It took me over, I would say, about a period of 4 months.
Not bad.
And some parts were more difficult than others because there's a deeper emotional attachment to some of the things
It'll
that you
take
wanted to
time
write.
for you to
And there
write
were
it.
some things that I was kind of back and forth with. It was more so, do I hide my truth because, oh, my father might read this and feel some type of way, or my mom might read this and feel some type of way, or do I express it irrespective of how they feel, because this is how I truly feel and this is what's going to set me free. So it kind of went into this. I kind of went into this zone where I'm like, listen, I'm doing what is going to make me better, because you know, sometimes one of the issues I face, or one of the ways trauma affected me, is that I care too much about what other people thought.
Opinions.
I had to just set boundaries and be okay with those boundaries, whether you lose a relationship or not. Because if I put something in a book and it offends you, we can clarify, but it doesn't mean that I didn't feel that way.
Right.
So that's what I had to overcome. So it took me a little longer to kind of, I'm like, man, if I'm gonna say it,
Just
I'm gonna
say
say
it.
it all.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Makes
If
sense.
whoever feels some type of way, if they want to address it, we can, you know, in a respectful way, and I can express, we can apologize, whatever. But I'm not gonna have it in here, because I've tried to express it before, right?
Yes.
And who I tried to express it to were not receptive of my expression, which means it's still stuck here.
Feel that.
So let me express it to the world.
Mm-hmm.
My kids could see it, and one of the main inspirations behind this is my children,
Good.
because life expectancy today is unknown. One time they used to say, "Oh, you can live till this age or that age." You see young people dying more than ever now,
Yep.
over some things that back in the days, you'd be like, "Oh, you're an old man, heart attack." Like people dying like
Right.
crazy.
I watched
young
one
people.
of your podcasts. You asked me who was speaking about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a young lady in Guyana, my cousin's friend, you know, died, just dropped down and died in church.
Right.
So I say that to say this: there's no age on
Expectancy.
life expectancy
Mhm.
nowadays, right?
Right.
So with that being said, my thought process was, I need to leave a legacy, right?
Good.
This is a legacy because I had my kids read the book. As soon as it published and I printed and got it, I had them read it.
Yeah.
I want y'all to know my story from my perspective.
Yes.
Not, God forbid, something happened to me and auntie this telling you that, cousin this,
Mhm.
sister that, brother that. This
No,
is
this is
this is
your-
the truth, or at least this is my truth.
Mhm.
It may not be their truth. They may have a reason why whatever I mentioned in here happened the way it did.
Yes.
But this is my truth pertaining to how I feel about it. You know, and that was big for me. So this is more so legacy, and also, like I said, to reach out to people who, are going through similar, or if you know somebody going through similar experiences, you know, even if you don't know nobody,
Right.
it can still benefit you because now you can advise someone, oh, you know, I read this book.
Mhm.
This is a good book. Read that type of thing.
That's
So
good.
it can hit from any angle.
I
Would-
love that I love that you're unapologetically like in your truth.
Yes.
Like your
Mhm.
truth.
Would you do you plan on making more books, or this is just the one because of
Is it a
the?
one and done, or you
Nah.
are now a full-time author? You know, you
It's
have
a-
other things that you want to speak about.
The start
You
of
know?
the horizon.
This is just like you just got to the beach and
Mhm.
you just want to get off with the temperature of the water, see
Okay.
how it feels
Mhm.
before you take a deep dive and start swimming.
Okay.
That's what
that's what
basically
this was,
the
yeah.
intro. To,
And yeah, so for me, I mean, life is long.
Mhm.
Like, you know, people always say life's short. No, it's not. Your span within this life is short.
Mhm.
But anyways, we have a long road ahead
Mhm.
with many more experiences,
Right.
you know, to encounter that we can't even foresee.
True.
And those experiences may trigger the same effect
Sure.
that this did, you know, or what caused me to write this book. Also, I think it's something that I want to dive a little bit more deeper into, just generally,
Mhm.
Right.
because it's so much different things. Like, you see, with books, the thing I like about books is that it gives perspective. It's like a teacher
Mhm.
without the actual physical being in front of you,
Mhm.
right? And that's why I like to read. So I think writing a book from my perspective about whatever I'm writing it about
Mhm.
provides like a dialectical overview, meaning you can see things from both sides.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes she could write a book about how she feels about masculinity
Mhm.
and speak from a feminine perspective.
Mhm.
I could write a book about how I feel about masculinity from a male perspective. Two good books,
Mhm.
but
Different
two different perspectives.
Right.
So for that reason, I'll always be writing, man. I'm actually working on a second book right now, but it's just in the drafting stage. I don't have a direction of exactly what I'm gonna title it and none of
Keep
that.
writing, man.
So I'm just gonna keep writing. But
Keep
yeah,
writing.
it's a lifelong mission, man.
Yeah, keep writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People need the words, so
Definitely.
keep going. Yeah.
Definitely.
Hear
We
him now.
appreciate it.
You're gonna inspire him to start writing.
Yeah.
Now, watch.
Right
I'm
now,
not
yeah.
reading it.
Yeah, you're not reading
I'm
my
not reading
book?
it. I'm not reading it.
Wow.
That Dr. Seuss book. That's what it is.
Once at the arguments.
You'll be reading it.
I would.
Now, would you be interested in distribution if the opportunity come up?
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, if it makes sense,
That makes sense. Okay.
you know,
I mean, yeah.
and it usually makes sense if it makes money.
Mm-hmm.
If it don't
True.
make money, it don't make
True.
sense. you know?
True. All right. So we're gonna get into
So
Good
let's
time.
talk about Embassy. Hold on. That's where you're going?
yeah, we're gonna music. Embassy. Yes.
Let's talk about Embassy, the artist. Yeah. Tell us the type of vibe or the type of energy that Embassy is giving the world right now. In terms of
Music.
Yeah, music.
In terms of music. All right, so music for me is a
Mhm.
very sentimental thing. You know, to say the least, it evokes emotion
Mhm.
and it allows me to express things that I would otherwise find difficult to express. So music is like a gateway for me to just woosah. Another one of my unwinding moments, because most of my songs I write it, you know, probably on a weekend when I'm just home chilling, put on a beat and just start
Just do
writing,
your
you
thing.
know, get in the zone. But for me, my type of music revolves around positive energy, you know, being meaningful and just having a purpose, you know, and your purpose is your why, right? So my why when I initially started versus my why now,
It's
drastically different.
Yeah.
And again, that's
Evolve.
based off of the experiences I've had over the course of the time that I've divulged into music, right? Now, when I initially started doing music,
How long ago was that?
from my primary years, you join the choir,
Yeah.
just like most
Okay,
musicians
okay.
start out.
Yeah.
But actively, I would say it was during my teenage years, about 15, 14, 15.
Okay.
That's when I wrote my first song.
Okay.
And started going to the studio. I think my first studio session was like 16 or 17,
Cool.
around there. But initially, when I started, it was with the perspective of, I want to get all the girls and the life, this,
The
that.
limelight.
Like the
Nice.
artist
You
life.
know? At that time, I had no clue about purpose and doing it for, to be intentional or with a purpose, a mission, whatever. None of that.
It was just for the
I
love
just
of
wanted
music.
just for the love of music.
Mhm.
And I seen how other people were experiencing, other people's experiences being musicians, and I just wanted that life for myself. I figured that was a path I wanted to take, and over the course of the time that I've been doing music, I've learned a lot about the politics, the what I like about it, the what I don't like, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and that has shifted from that time to now.
Right.
But generally, my music is just positive. I try to stay positive, and I'm always of the view that if I'm making music that my kids can't listen to, I shouldn't be doing it.
Okay.
So your music is more. Sorry, your music is more along the conscious music.
Yeah.
So
More so conscious.
So what are some topics that you tackle in your music now? Because I've noticed that dancehall has been boxed in to maybe 3. It used to be 5 now, but now I realize it is only have 3 topics. So what are some topics that you tackle in your positive mission in dancehall? What are some of these things?
So I would say I have a diversified portfolio, just based on that question, simply because I make happy music. I mean, this is the guy that shot a few of my videos. So I make happy music with my kids.
Right.
This is just for me to kind of give them an outlet to see that, okay, this is how it's done. What seems difficult here, Daddy is showing you that. Just listen to the beat, you write the song, you go to the studio, you do that part, and then you shoot the video. He does what he does. And so I'm showing them, because a lot of people wish they had that exposure.
Yes.
So I do happy music. I've spoken about, social topics.
Social commentary?
Yeah, social commentary, struggle, things that I have experienced myself, whether it be with females. From time to time, you'll just make up something and sing about it, even if you didn't experience it, because you don't have to directly experience it. I've spoken about indirect experiences as well.
Of course.
So I would say the topics are pretty similar to what you would hear every day. But it's not one track to say, I'm talking about strictly girls or strictly money, and no.
So as a dancehall artist, most of them will have one mama song, one girl song, one gun song, one
Politics.
the social commentary. But I realize, I'm glad that you mentioned social commentary.
Yeah.
Most dancehall artists today not touching that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And that used to be like the main thing, because dancehall artists used to dive into that side and
The social commentary.
open people's eyes to what is happening in government, or what is happening in people doing too much killing or stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you are one of the artists who will give
Put that
a
on the
little
forefront.
put it on the forefront and say, look, because a lot of people don't read, but they do listen.
They listen.
You know what I mean?
But just to add to that, I would say the reason for that decline is due to, and this is just my view, my perception, so don't kill me, right? I think that the intellectual capacity of the general public has declined. And that's as a result of a lot of things that we see going on. Social media.
Social media make everybody IQ.
Social media,
Idle.
you'd see people literally just scrolling endlessly, just looking for the next dopamine rush.
Yes.
They're looking for the next thing, like, okay, I don't want to see that.
And then
Focus
hook
on that
on
for a
it.
minute,
Idle minds.
go on to a next. So they're not focused on learning. It's like, what's going to give me that next thrill? That's what they're used to. And when artists, because there's a lot of artists out there making good music. Don't get me wrong, you're just not hearing them because that's not what's being pushed. That's not the agenda that's being pushed. The agenda that's being pushed is the hype. So they want to hear, you make a song about killing President Trump right now, and it's structured properly,
I
and
do
put it
shit.
out,
It's gonna take off.
million views in a thing, right? Because people are naturally attracted or they gravitate to negativity. So I think it's more so a thing where artists look at it from the perspective of, I'm gonna do what I need to do to feed my family versus what I should be doing. Because
Gotcha.
what I should be doing is not gonna pay the bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I shouldn't be doing seems to be paying the bills. So I'm gonna give you all some more and just stay within the confines of the law. That's pretty much it, you know?
Negativity sells, basically. That's
Yeah.
that's what it is in social media.
Some of the songs
Negativity.
that I see hit today,
Boy, some of the darkest songs.
some of the darkest music. And they hit because of, like I said, music evokes emotion because of the emotion that they evoke. And the emotion that these type of music that they're, promoting nowadays evokes is music that is relatable to a lot of the general public.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people popping drugs. You just want to hear something casual. You don't got time to hear about Marcus Garvey and the history and your ancestors and where
They
things
don't wanna
derive
hear
from and
that.
how we should be living, the direction, unity. They don't want to hear about topics like that. They want to hear about, having a Glock 17 with a full clip, and that's what they want to hear. So you give them what they want to hear. Not to say it's right, but I can understand from the perspective of an
I get
artist
you.
who has been trying. I've seen artists move from positive music to
All
completely,
negative. Yeah.
like Javelani. You know Javelani?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was a Rasta doing clean music. A man said that now work.
No, you think
On to the
Buju
next.
do the same thing?
Buju do the same thing.
Same thing.
You know what I mean?
No,
Preach conscious.
Buju journey was
Buju the
different. Hold
same
on.
thing.
No,
bro.
no.
The man a preach conscious
No.
music. If you follow
No.
Buju, he a
That's
preach
it.
conscious music, and then from about 90, 92, 93, I start preach badness. Nobody tell me.
Buju
We're not gonna do
Banton,
it.
Buju Banton break onto the scene as a 19-year-old, and he was doing Stamina Daddy. That time big song. That time first big song.
Girl tune different from gun tune, brother.
We give some history. Yeah. So while Stamina Daddy was bubbling, he came out with Man for Dead. You're learning something?
Look for the time. Look for the time. Look for the timeline.
No, I'm a tell
I
you.
said it from about 9. They went.
No,
I think
but
Stamina Daddy was like 80 something.
No, that was 90s. 90s Buju Boss. So it's up early 90s. So if Buju
Yeah, you're right.
came
You're
out
right.
with that,
You're
right?
right. You're right.
His second single was a Bad Man song.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
So Buju transitioned from the bad man thing to the conscious thing. But that's all me I try to say.
You're right. But
I
I
would
feel
beg to
like it was.
defer. I would
I
beg to
would feel like
defer.
it was the
Okay.
other way around. But
I would
when
beg
he
to
said,
defer.
when he mentioned what song there just now, that's when I had to look. I'm like, yo, it not like that could be right, cause what was it? Untold Stories came out.
Yeah,
What?
that at 95.
95.
Then we have Inner Heights in at 97.
So
Buju
that's what I'm
have
saying. That's
three
how to think
albums.
about it. When he
He
said
have two albums
Stamina
before
Daddy,
that, you know.
I'm like, all right, that's a gal tune. But then when he say
Man for Dead.
Man for Dead,
That
that was on
second
Punani
big
Rhythm.
song.
That
Yeah.
was called Punani Rhythm. So
But
that
Both
Punani
of y'all
Rhythm.
showing your age, man.
Right,
That's
listen,
okay.
That's
How old are you?
How old you
Not
think
that
I-
old.
How old do you think I
No,
am?
no, we're
No,
the same
I just
age.
know
Don't do
history.
that.
How old
I
you think
just
I am?
know history though, so that's just me. I study
I
music.
hear you, sir.
How old do you think I am?
You look about mid-30s.
35.
How old do I look?
Mid-30s.
He said not that old. We the same age.
It's supposed to be a joke.
It was a joke.
I ain't catch
No,
it.
but
It's supposed to be a
but
joke.
I ain't
But yeah.
catch
That's
it.
the video.
Yes.
but no, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're right. He's right. Cause like I said, Punani Rhythm dropped early 90s.
No, put on the rhythm. I come from 80s. They
Uh,
knock
even-
it back in
that's
the
what I'm saying.
90s.
You see what I'm
They
saying?
knock
So-
it back in the 2000s.
But I would
They
beg
knock
to
it back
differ.
again.
I would
Right?
beg to differ simply because
Mm.
I feel like they dabble in and out. A lot of these artists, like they dabble. Like Buju would then go conscious
No, so that's what
for
I'm
quite some
saying.
time.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
do
no.
one-
So in his early stages of his career, right? He started out with a girl song, that time first big song. Then the next song came up. This is song number
Man
2.
for Dead.
Man for Dead,
Hmm.
right?
Don't shut up, boss.
And then Petty T for Dead. That was the work. He put it back. Petty T for Dead. And then he go back now to the Browning song and the Blackening song.
No,
And-
that's after. That's
No, no, no,
that's
no.
after Answer Rhythm.
No. We're not talking about the answer. Yeah, that all of them songs. that
Is
come
was
out
it the
same
same?
run.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the reason why I said he started out on this side, but he ended up over on this side. That's all.
Fair enough. No, fair enough. Because the way I'm picturing the timeline, yeah, you're right. Because I'm thinking that dropped after. I'm thinking that dropped after. When you think about it, yeah.
Because remember when Buju Boss, he never have locks or anything. You know?
Yeah.
And when he start
Ras up.
he start ras up, the music start to change.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
Evolution.
your top, what artists inspire you?
Vibes Cartel.
And the teacher,
Period.
no, so listen to me now.
Period, bro.
I talked to you about this already. You don't need to tell it about talk to you about this
Big
already.
up Cartel, say we.
When they start the sentence, we know exactly what that's Vibes Cartel, hands down, hands
Tell him,
down.
man, the teacher thing no normal, man.
Hands
Yo,
down,
listen to
I'm
me. man.
teacher for real, like
Like, bro.
teacher.
Listen to me, brother.
Bro, Vibes Cartel,
I think are the best artists in the world.
period. That's what I'm saying.
The world.
It's
Me
not
not
even
talk
a-
about dancehall, you know.
Yeah.
Him surpass dancehall, but
Yeah.
a lot of people don't see it.
For me, it has nothing to do with my favorite dancer, because most people say, Chris Brown is my favorite R&B.
Lyrically?
I don't care which genre.
Lyrically?
Vibes Cartel, brother.
Nobody can touch him.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
lyrics.
This
Yeah,
a new
yeah,
cartel.
yeah.
This new cartel.
If
Everybody
retired,
can catch him.
if-
But this is the first up to the time Vibes Cartel.
Even Prison Cartel they can't catch, bro.
Brother.
The man literally
Yeah.
dominated behind bars. Like, I have a virgin that I talk to about this probably every other day. Like, the man literally dominated for 13 years. Whereas
While
people are
behind
here,
bars.
yeah, while people are here free
And
and
can't
fighting
find
for
a
dominate.
We just
Can
did
you
a segment
find-
about that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do.
So it's crazy, bro. His impact unmatched.
Nah, man.
His influence unmatched.
And
His
considering
lyrical
his
expertise-
first big hit was Fever.
no, not
Which
that's
big
not
hit?
his first big hit. What do you mean?
What was bigger than Fever, bro?
Clark's was there.
No, but
Clark's
Clark's
was-
was a big song.
Clark's
No,
was-
it's not- no, it's not. It's
Clark's
not
was a
about
big
selling
song.
gold.
well, he's speaking
No,
from that
he's-
perspective.
That's what I'm
No,
talking about. I'm
but-
talking about
What
Fever.
sell gold?
Clark's was a
No, but
big
Clark's,
hit.
even Ramping Shop is that song.
I would have said Ramping Shop then Clark's. I'd have give Ramping Shop.
on that,
Yeah, that would have. If you'd have said Ramping Shop, fine, then we'd have that. But
right?
Fever
Clark's is a
definitely
big-
was one
it's
of
a
his.
big deal. Summertime is a big deal.
Fever rejuvenated that. You mean what
I
I'm
can
saying?
accept that. I can accept that.
We
was
we had
that's one
Ramping
of the-
Shop. You had Ramping
You
Shop.
know what? You're
Yeah.
making it seems as if Vibes Cartel never have no song before.
No, stop.
That's
Nah,
what you're
I
getting.
said that.
That's what
Nah,
I'm
I said-
getting from.
I'm talking about behind bars. Fever
No,
was
yeah,
it.
that's his big song behind.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about his overall career. No,
that's his big song.
because then, like you said, you still at Ramping Shop. That was the big crossover to me. My personally, that was a big crossover for Cartel. So I wouldn't go and say that's his big song ever. But while he's behind bars and he
Yeah,
dropped Fever,
Fever is a big song.
bro, come on now. You have to give him
that.
that.
Is undeniable.
I would say a big song. I don't like to use they because they just you know how much song Cartel have, brother?
Yeah, but
Sometimes you can't remember the level of impact of the hit because he has so much.
so much.
That man used to write like 17 songs a day, and even now in his post-prison life as an artist, like he still drops at least one song every week. Bro, the man dropped Victory.
Is the only artist.
By the time you try to catch it, a next song drop.
WYFL,
Is the
the
only
SYM.
artist- Is the only artist where you can play, you can keep a whole party and just Vibes Cartel plays.
Not to mention that. Think about from 2000, I would say about 2002.
2002.
Right? Right through. Me never go on party. Like a popping party.
And
And don't hear Cartel.
Cartel is a must, man.
Anytime you go on party and don't hear Cartel, which is impossible.
Cartel
because
is a
he
must
is the
in a
party
dancehall.
basically. You know
In a
what I mean?
dancehall, it's a must.
That level of dominance is unmatched. Like I can go to a party and don't hear Idonia.
We had that conversation
Or a
again.
Massacre. Think about the artists that you could do without hearing and still enjoy the party.
I told
Vibes
you.
Cartel is not one of them.
I told you.
And that alone, you know,
Is
speaks
that, that's
volumes.
a different. That speaks volumes.
Speaks
bro.
volumes, bro.
Even in hip hop, you can't even find that in hip hop, bro. Which artist you know? Well, actually, I can say. Well, R&B is different, but hip hop,
Yeah,
you can't
R&B.
find a.
People know about Chris Brown.
You can't. You
Absolutely.
can't, bro. I've tried it. It's like you cannot go up R&B night without
Without
at
a Chris
least
Brown.
one or
Chris
two.
Brown,
Chris
yeah,
Brown.
yeah.
Especially if I'm there, because you know I'm requesting at the end of the night.
Bro, I tried. I did a Usher versus R&B night, bro. Bro, the place nearly broke down. The way I'm just, because I'm going back and forth, creating a little storyline, and you know what I mean. That's when it really dawned to me, like, yo, nah, I didn't have it. And then the following year, they got a big tour. I was like, look there,
Tour, yeah.
look there.
Speaking of that, I'm actually going to a show in Charlotte.
On
Oh,
17th of July,
the
No, I'm going to the one on the 18th. Saturday. Man, I'll tell you, Saturday's my day.
I'm
I ain't finna leave work and Rush
go-
to go do it. No.
I'm not going till September, but I'm going to the Arlington show for my birthday.
The
Oh, you
Arlington?
gonna be right there?
Mama
Texas.
going down
So,
to
yeah,
Texas.
Who and you go?
September 20th.
I said, who and you are go?
Me and myself.
Okay.
You mind my business?
Nah.
You not going me?
Yo.
Your business.
But yeah, like it's a cartel is has a serious
Not at all,
impact.
man.
Even like the current BS that he dealing with, that everybody giving backlash for.
It's a
What?
I show brief.
The
Wait,
Versace?
in Europe,
Bro, the man is doing
sure
what he
brief.
does best. He's a marketing.
controversy.
He's a marketing genius.
He
Because
knows. He
look,
knows how to get everybody talking.
Listen, realistically, everybody know cartel is not no fish. The amount of girl with them and they get the amount of, but they're gonna put that on him just based on
When you see him on
what
the
he put out there. You know what I'm saying? But he has an album that's dropping on June 5th. Think about it. Right now, his name is all over. People remaking the videos all the time. It's all promotion, and he has to. He
You've
has to.
seen it.
He had to strategize because remember, prior to his prison run, right?
Mm.
He always had controversy around his name, right?
Yeah.
But it was negative controversy, like the bleaching,
Mhm.
the broken out young girls and Ray and thing and thing. Remember, him come out as a changed man. So the thought process is, how can I create the same impact to get people to talk without all that negative flack? You know, it's still negative flack, but not one that you care
So
about. Not one
all
that's going to be
Yeah, ain't
putting
nobody.
you in a predicament to possibly end back up behind bars.
All publicity is good
So-
publicity.
You just have to know how
Just
to
how to
withstand the
use it.
chaos.
No?
No, not all publicity is good
That's
publicity.
what they say.
No. You
That's
saying
what
it wrong.
marketing
You saying it wrong.
says. That's what marketing
Good
says.
publicity and
No.
bad publicity is still publicity.
No, they,
They
say
never say
all,
every publicity
They
is-
say all publicity can be good publicity.
They can't change the
Yeah,
narrative.
can change.
That's a big change right there.
Yeah. One word can't change. See how that works? Yeah.
Context matters, man.
Yeah.
All right, so what are your? All right, so give me your top 5 artists that you would work with
I don't have
if
a top
given
five.
if given the opportunity. If you have 5 artists that you would work with, whether it could be dancehall, reggae, 5 artists you would like to work with if given the opportunity.
I don't like those kind of questions. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it
That's
kind of
it.
boxes you in.
Don't set up yourself.
It kind of boxes
Okay,
you in.
all right, so
Because this, if I bust 2 years from now, then can come back and pull this interview and say, oh, you never said me, so you don't want to come with me now. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But
I get it.
big and serious, number 1 is Vibes Cartel.
Of course,
Right? And I would literally collab with anybody who is serious about what
Their
they're
work.
doing, and as long as the chemistry is,
It's good.
It matches.
it matches. It's like saying, name the top 5 women we and there with. Yeah, I could see them and feel like it, but the chemistry may not be there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's all about chemistry. But just off the top of my head, I would say Vibes Cartel, Vibes Cartel, Vibes Cartel,
Oh God.
Vibes Cartel, and Vibes Cartel. Like, that's really,
That's it.
yeah, that's it. That's it for me. That's my favorite artist, like I said. And if I had a choice of who to collab with, I would do all 5. If I had 5 collabs, I would
Yeah,
do
do
all
5
5
with
with
them,
them.
and
Because in my man, at least 2 or 3 of them that gonna be it.
Yeah.
Everybody
I
else
want
is a
him.
gamble.
It's like, all
You know
right,
what
that
I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
So,
That
Big up
makes sense.
vibes, man. Vibes.
Yeah,
Stuff.
big up Vibes Cartel, man.
Yeah.
Jano.
Embassy.
But
You have any songs that you're promoting right now?
Yes, I actually just shot a video recently for that song. I actually shot a video for the Nobody Now For No. But it's set to release in about another week.
Is that a spin-off of the popular We Don't Have to Know, Nobody Not Have to Know song from Cranium?
That's where the thought came from.
Yeah.
I was home on a Saturday,
Mhm.
just thinking of what concept can I write that's gonna, be different from me, coming from me as an artist.
Okay.
And I just sat there, put pen to paper, listen to beat,
That's
and
good.
all of that. So what
So
I'll
that-
do, I'll send you all the songs. So, see, I
Yeah, we looking
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So where can they find it? Is it?
It's not
It's
out
not
yet.
released yet.
I'm gonna release the video and everything all at once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
so-
your music on platforms?
YouTube, yes.
Yeah.
YouTube.
You can just search Embassy on YouTube, and Embassy is spelled uniquely,
Mm.
EMBASC.
How did
Okay.
you get the name Embassy?
I don't say that, that's a
Good
question.
question.
Yeah. So Embassy represents internationalism because there's an embassy located in every country,
Mhm.
and the embassy represents the people. So I represent the people through music.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
As dancehall or reggae, you say you do, or a little of both.
I do music.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
One time.
So, you say you have a song coming out. When are you looking to do like an EP or album anytime soon? I don't know if you did mention that before.
No, I didn't. But that's something I'm looking to do probably over the summer where I have more time,
Okay.
on my hand. Like I said, during the year is pretty busy. And like I said, I think I explained the initial part of my journey as a musician. But remember I told you the perspective is different now.
Yeah.
So now I do music just out of the love of doing music.
Yeah.
So that's why I do a lot of my music is pretty much with my kids, things of that nature. But sometimes an idea or a concept will come and I'm like, okay, let me express it this way. And I'll just go to the studio, record a song, whatever. But in terms of trying to be that artist that's out there or be, that's not really where I'm at right now. Just based on the politics and me understanding.
Oh, so you're not looking to have a big break as an artist?
If it happens, that'll just be God saying,
yo,
boy, you've been working hard enough. Just go ahead.
Okay.
That song is the song. Run with it. But for me, actively doing this and promoting and doing I just love music. It's just natural for me. I'll be 50 and just still writing a song, recording,
So your
making a
music
video.
is a release.
Just a release, yeah. Just a release.
Okay.
Whatever comes to my mind that I feel can positively impact anyone, whether it be my kids or just general. I just put pen to paper and I write. And it's for me, it's just a in the moment type thing. I don't plan to do it. I don't, So these releases that I'm telling you about, it's not nothing that I'm actively promoting all over. And
it just
Gotcha.
it'll come drop when it's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you say no.
For those who know me, they know where to find it. You know what I mean? Like I said, my name is Embassy, and I spelled it for the audience, so they know how to find it. And whoever it reach is supposed to reach. That's just my thought process at this point. But I went through the whole struggle. Like I used to fly to Jamaica. I got a studio gate. I knock a priest a scatter. Give me a shot to go up when I read them. I go down sound, I go this, I go that. Like I did that. I went through all of that. You know what I mean? I went through going to radio shows, doing interviews, IRFM, all of them something them do. All of them something them do. So I know what the journey is like, but I'm just not. I don't think the environment is conducive to who I am. When I say the environment, on a broader scale, like the music scene, it's a lot of politics. It's a lot of you got to be thick-skinned.
I know.
To survive and thrive through all of that. You know what I mean?
Politics,
it's just not something I'm willing to give my energy. I feel like a lot of people work hard. There's a lot of people who do music, but there's a few who are selected by the Most High to partake on the journey of celebrity status, things of that nature. And you gotta accept it for what it is, and I'm comfortable with.
I think as a man in finance, you start to run the numbers and be like,
somebody try to show you. And then also, like, I'm big on health.
Yeah.
I'm big on health, right?
Yes.
And this is something that
was a bug on me.
You gonna make it?
I'm big on health, right?
Right.
And one of the things you have to take into consideration as an artist is that your health is going to be impacted significantly. You have to be up doing things at various times a day, whether you want to do it or not. That's part of the journey. You have to be in different time zones where you have to eat a different way. All of that is
it gets taxing.
It can become like we see artists and we feel like, oh, celebrity thing. They're going through things.
But they probably have dead or have sleep.
Also
zombified. Like
there's also the family dynamic. Not being able to come home and help the kids with homework because you always got to be at studio with your boy. So it takes away from a lot of that. And if you talk to a lot of artists or celebrity, yes, they have the attention of the broader public, but they don't have that fulfillment, that at-home fulfillment. And for me, that's a non-negotiable based on the trajectory that I'm on. It's not a matter of right or wrong. It's more so based on my trajectory. I like the family dynamic. I like going home, helping my kids with homework, and making sure they eat, they hair get done, prioritizing everything, So when I take all of that into account, music is not the feel that's gonna allow for me to do that. It's gonna get all the hype and all that, but I'm gonna be neglecting things that I value the most, and that's why it's imperative that we all try to stay aligned with our values. Don't do something because you can do it. I can go out there and shoot somebody right now, but I know what that lifestyle aligns with, so I wouldn't do it. So it's pretty much the same for everybody. Like, what are your values, and what is your purpose in doing it? When I realized and accepted that my purpose was, or my reason for doing music initially was wrong, I had to accept that and say, okay, I still love it. I was trying to do it for the wrong reason, but I still love it, so I'm gonna continue doing it. And whatever comes from that, that's what comes from that, you know.
All right.
So that's pretty much how it is for me.
All right, we got about a few more minutes. I wanted to touch on your podcast before we get up out of here. Yes, I went on your podcast and I seen you had
What's the name of your podcast?
Thoughts
Thoughts
Express.
Express.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you talk about it. Go ahead.
Thoughts Expressed with the ED TV.
Okay.
Break it down for us slow folks.
Yeah, give it.
Thoughts.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, give it.
You want me to spell it out?
No, you cool. You cool. I think our audience they will figure that out. Yeah.
If y'all can't, just link me. Anyways, yeah, is enough.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like she said, break it down. Tell us what the ED means.
No. Thoughts Expressed. I'm just saying ED.
Okay, my bad.
Not Thoughts Expressed. The people, but
Got you.
the ED, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to know about? Like, just in general?
Yeah, what
just
is
general,
this?
like-
What is the channel about?
Okay, so Thoughts Express TV began with similar intention to what you all are doing. Just to have a situation, a round table where, you know, you have multiple people discussing different things. But mine was more so geared around, you know, emotional intelligence, childhood trauma, personal development, just topics that help me to overcome my struggles, you know? So I wanted to kind of just be that voice. Because a lot of times, the ones who are effective or the victims, you know, for lack of a better term, are the ones who need to speak, because your story is more motivational than someone just listening to you and trying to reiterate what you said.
Okay.
So for me, if it's coming from the source, someone who actually had a direct encounter with what he's speaking about, it's more authentic, it's more genuine.
Yeah.
And that was the reason behind me starting a podcast. Not to mention the fact that, like I said, I'm extrovert. I'm a people's person, and I was thinking, okay, music is one avenue in which I express myself. What other avenues can I use to express myself and potentially, futuristically, monetize?
Yeah.
So that's how that came about. And I started off with 2 other members, but then we were having some issues with time, and what I realized through that experience is that alignment is key. Because I could say I want to start a podcast, that's my vision, and I could tell y'all about it, and y'all probably want to help me out because y'all are my friends, but y'all don't have that burning desire to do it.
Right.
So then your output is not going to match my output.
Yes.
And that can lead to frustration, that can lead to feelings of, you know, just feeling like, okay, we're talking about a topic, but we're talking about 2 different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're downstairs.
We got 5 minutes.
Do we continue?
Yeah, we continue. We got 5. We got about 5 minutes.
Catch my walk.
The alignment.
Alignment, yeah. So that can breed frustration. And, you know, imagine, for example, you had me to interview today. 2 of them call out today. Okay, so that's postponed. Next meeting, now you calling out. That's postponed. And that happens for a few weeks.
You're not going to want to
It's
do
not
it.
going to make sense. That's gonna break the whole vibe. And before, I was always of the mindset that before I allow someone to break my energy, or, you know, or
kill them,
you know, alter what I'm trying to do, or deter me from doing what I'm trying to do, it's better I just do it by myself.
Absolutely.
And initially, one of my fears was, I don't like the editing part of this whole podcast thing. Just put it on the camera and just tell me what to talk about, and we can't talk.
No, man.
That was me.
So, all right. So the thing is,
The
some
raw
things,
and real. Give them the raw and real.
some things will come as long as you go on. You know what I mean? Sometimes God would not go give you everything one time.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like you have to just start, and you have done that, obviously.
Yep.
And if you continue to follow up this thing, then you will become an editor, or you outsource your editing to somebody.
There's a spider on
So
me.
let me give you a joke. Spider? I think you tripping, man.
No, I saw it twice.
There's
Pick up
nothing.
a shades.
I think it went down my dress.
Go into that room.
Go in the room.
Go in the
Too
room.
late. Bite me and bite me.
All right,
Bloopers.
That's good
Definitely
for
go in
bloopers.
the room.
so that's a good blooper for sure. But was it you talking?
Yeah, so the outsourcing the editing or
Oh yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
So just to speak on that, so I hated it, and that's one of the things I've recently came to grips with. When I say recent, probably in about the last year and a half, I've learned to do what's difficult first. So no matter what it is, just do it. And instead of putting too much thought to it, just do it. Literally, just that's the trick right there. A lot of people think too much, and then they fall into what we call analysis paralysis. Where
self-doubt.
you end up doing nothing.
Nothing. You just say,
That's
oh,
not-
all right, I need to do.
Yeah, that's basically what I struggled with for a great number of years. So I had to learn that, listen, I'm not going to overthink that. I'm just going to do it.
Just do it.
And that's what I did. I remember the day when I stopped recording with the team I initially started with. I went to Best Buy and I went to the guy. I said, listen, this is what I want to do. I want to start a podcast, and I need whatever tools you have that has the built-in editing, whatever that is, you know?
He said, yo, I need that.
Come on, show me the Final Cut Edit Pro, this, that. You know what I mean? I learned a few things from him, purchased the iPad, started playing around with it, took me like a week, Before you know it, I edit. Something that I had so much pushback against, you know? And that now, when you do things like that continuously, you begin to reach a space mentally where you fear nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening with me right now. That's my transitioning, you know, like even with exercising, like every single day I'm on it. Every single day I'm on it. Sometimes I wake up, I feel like pressing that alarm and just, I get up, I say, even if I go out there and do 10 jump rope, I run one time, I still do something.
And
most times when you start,
and come back.
and most times when you start and do that one or two,
You end up doing
you just
the
end
whole
up
thing.
doing more because
You just need to start.
You know, like you're proud of yourself. You're like, wow, like I really did this.
You just keep
You
going.
just need to
Yeah,
start.
see,
Motivation.
Starting is important.
So that's it for me, man. That's it for me. But you know, it's definitely a pleasure being a part of this this podcast, man. And I just want to say before we leave, you know, big ups to y'all for taking the initiative to start, man. That's all it is. Just start.
Listen, I'm in the same boat you in the editing.
Yeah.
Because I do the editing. It's tedious to say the least, especially when you. I'm getting reused to using like PC. I'm used to doing MacBooks and all that. So the programs is like real. I haven't used a PC like this much since
High school.
about so.
PC since
about so.
2012.
I
can't even say
graduated,
2012.
I graduated in 07.
I started from dial-up, but that's another topic.
You see what I'm saying? But
I gotta use the phone.
AOL. But yeah, so get them your social media. Let them know where you at.
You can find me on Instagram at The Real Embassy, and Thoughts Express TV on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. All right.
Make sure you follow us on TikTok, Island Frequency Podcast NC. Follow me. I am DJ Daffy, Itonis Radio.
Cherry Garcia, CHERRI.
She just need to change her name to Big Slim. I don't know why.
I can't
Cherry
put
Garcia.
Big Slim because somebody took my name.
Somebody else have it. You might have to put Big Slim 1 or 1 Big Slim. But I wanted to leave a message for somebody.
Okay.
Or anybody.
You want me to leave a
Yes,
message?
leave
What
a
type of
message.
message? Just
Inspirational.
Something.
Mental.
Give them
Something.
something.
Emotional.
Right.
Give them something from the book if
What you build, you must protect. Suffer the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And there's two pains we'll suffer in this life. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. We all got to face one of those two. So choose yours. Peace.
Peace.
Clock it.
Island Frequency Podcast.